Usually, okay, so full transparency, recording has actually just now started. So if you've been here listening,
CRVO. I do have it on watch right now. Let's move down the list here. SMX. I don't love this one because it has resistance about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, and it has many resistance levels that you can see I already mapped out for us right here. Coming back over to the 5 minute, so you just got so many resistance levels here. It had a major run up, and we actually played this one successfully when it had a major run up, but then it also had a major pullback and fall down, and now it's having what I consider to be a bit of a relief bounce. It consolidated a bit, now it's running up a little bit. I just don't think it's an ideal breakout candidate on SMX, but ultimately I think if it breaks this 350 level, you could get 10 to 15% pretty easy. This one's a little too cheap, GTI. I typically don't like stocks in that 10-cent range for this. They can be extremely volatile. Sometimes it's really easy to snag 10-20% off of them, but it also is really easy to lose 10 to 20% off of them.
Yeah, they get pretty fun. But it's crazy.
Yeah, and anything under $1, I think it makes you buy lots of 100 or lots of 1,000. I just
100.
don't play the ones under $1 very often.
Anything under anything under 0.9999 cents, you have to buy 100 of them. Anything under 0.0999, you have to buy 1,000 of them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I don't play them very often. Unless it looks like a juicy breakout, I typically avoid them if they're under $1. And I don't like the $1 breakouts because I don't have statistics for this, but I feel like 75% of the time, the $1 breakout results in a fake out where it will confirm the breakout and then it comes right back under $1 and hits my stop loss. I've just seen it happen too many times that I stopped playing $1 breakouts. That's really it for penny stocks right at this moment.
CRVO.
MVCT, I don't think it's likely because you can see we're having a breakdown right now way under the 21 EMA and the VWAP, but ultimately I do think a $13 breakout would be good on it. This is one you could set an alert for, and then maybe your alert never gets activated today, but it's definitely worth setting an alert for and looking for the breakout of 13 on MCVT if it can break that level. But it's not looking likely right this minute. LiDAR, I still do like this level. This is one I tried to text out. If you're on the WhatsApp list, you got it. This was one of the first ones I texted today. I do like the 571 breakout, and I'm expecting resistance near 6. And you can see we already had a wick at 590 anyway, which is close to 6. So the $6 breakout would be even safer on this one. But LIDR, I do like the break of 6 or 571 on it. Depends how froggy you feel. And I think that's it. How's the futures market looking today, Phil? Oh, here's another one. VWAV. We just got to wait for a pullback at this point, though. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me zoom out real quick. Then I'll turn it over to you, Phil.
Yeah.
This one's got super recent resistance. This is 717, so that's literally like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, big dump.
450. I think we're above that right now. Oh, we're about to. So if we break 450, maybe, but still, just 2 weeks ago we had resistance. Typically, for the breakout strategy, I like to zoom out for a month. I don't want to see resistance within the last month. So I don't know. I'm just not seeing any pocket aces setups here yet today. All right, that was it, Phil.
No, you're good, man. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same. We've had some really good movement on futures even on Friday. Thursday was a bit of a like a weird pullback and pushback up, but like the levels that I had, even though I didn't go live for very long on Thursday, the levels that we had absolutely played out. You got just kind of, of course it would help if I shared my screen. So let's do that first. Yep, make selection. Grant's already posting. MNQ long at 508.75. 509 is fine too. Really to 510. 50. Are you talking about 510.50 for target or 510.50 for breakout for entry? Okay, making sure. So Thursday we talked just a little bit about these levels. These are the levels that I had before I hopped off the live Thursday morning. I recorded it and posted it in the recorded section for the live morning. And man, these levels absolutely just killed. Back over here for the longs again. Anything off of this level right here, except for right in here in this little middle section where it was diddling, like right back off of here, right back off of the top one again. So if you were going long off of the levels, looking for the climb back up, then good for you. You freaking killed it. For Friday, we went over a couple little areas to kind of see what was going on. Came right back down into the bigger support area that we had, came right back down to here, and then got rejected right off the top for the rest of the day. And so ES making, of course, all new highs yet again. And then last night, Sunday. Wait, no, that was Thursday. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Thursday. This was Wednesday. This was Thursday. Thursday, I was like, I thought Thursday was a tighter range, and it absolutely was. My bad. Thursday, we had the tight chop. I apologize, but the level still absolutely killed it. So can't complain about that. Friday, we jumped on for just a very brief moment. Had this nice little hold above the lower level right here underneath the previous all-time high. Came back, rejected off of it, broke through it again, and then found some support that you probably could have played a couple of times, but of course that kept bleeding off a little bit. But still some, if you're just backing out just a little bit, just looking for those levels that really just make the most sense, then it's okay. It's okay to play those levels and to make whatever it is. We had a big gap up Sunday night, of course, and push back over here. Let's go look at SPY and ES side by side. Or, I'm sorry, NQ and ES side by side. Thank you very much. Let's see. There's that. 508 to 510 entry. Right here, give or take. Looking for a break and retest from there, I'm assuming. No, go put it on the thing. I mean, we're right here at this level. Stop loss would be, like he said, 495.50, right behind this right here. So there's your first potential play for the day. Let's look at the overall setup for the market and see what we might be doing. I'm going to take this range off. Clean this up just a hair. ES just making the moves. NQ back up here now, trading alongside of ES. So I'm kind of expecting them to kind of be back hand in hand a little bit. 21 EMA back underneath the 2150 EMA. Both of them swinging back and forth over the 21 EMA on the 1 hour. Both of them swinging back above the previous all-time high now. So this is kind of what I'm looking for on ES. That needs to stay above that 64.21 at this point. Or you've got the new high, obviously, back up here. Nothing really strong because it was all overnight, but you've got this 64.55 that we'll kind of keep an eye on as soon as market opens today. Same thing for NQ. The top of its range that we were looking to hold was above that 23.443, but it disrespected it a little bit, so it looks like maybe we need to come back down here and kind of leave room for that 23.472 to hold. But here is an overnight high, which is going to allow us to kind of shoot for the top. Right now, it'd be diddle in the middle. That's what we're looking at right now. Nothing really strong that we're sitting on top of, except for maybe here on NQ. Give or take. ES, kind of far away from it. A little bit wide of a gap in whatever's left over from what it made overnight. So, just some things to keep an eye on. Somebody's about to talk. Somebody have a question?
I didn't hear anything myself.
Oh, okay. No, I heard her voice. It says, uh, Grant says he's in. Reason for entry, key level at 509 broke out at 828.
Where do you see that in the chat in here?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah,
Oh, I
Grant.
never have the chat open. What's up,
Yeah.
Grant?
He
Did you
says,
have the stock chat pulled up when we're in here?
uh-huh. I try to. Yeah, so there you go. In for a play. Grant's really, really good.
Yeah, those of you that don't know, Grant actually came through our one-on-one training with Phil and me. I don't know, at least a few months ago,
No, it
and
was
he's been
way
fucking
more than
killing
that.
it. Yeah, I said at least. But Grant has been absolutely fucking killing it. He's actually one of the people that created me one of those testimonial videos, and he came and ran with it. I think if I remember correctly, it was like his first 5 weeks in the program, he already had like 5 evals completely passed and funded. And if you guys haven't been looking in the futures chat when he posts his levels, I ain't gonna say he's 100% accurate, but sometimes it
Well,
seems like this
no
boy
one
don't
is.
miss. His levels are
Yeah.
really good.
It's hard. Well, and it's all risk management. He knows exactly what he's looking for. And
Yeah. Huge
somebody
shout
asked
out there to
about the.
Grant.
Oh, somebody had asked, and then they deleted the question about VWAV or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
V-Wave.
VWAV,
I never
it
really
hasn't really pulled back
pulled
yet,
back.
but I was looking for a 450 breakout.
It's right at 450 right now. I mean, I guess it kind of slowed down a little bit. Um, somebody, I heard he learned from the best. Man, I tell you what though, Grant had a big advantage. Grant was like a big options trader coming in, so it wasn't like he was from scratch too. You know, but yeah, we worked together a little bit, but we also worked together afterwards. The fun thing about it is, it's like I get to coach people, but I also learn a lot from the people that I work with too. So like a lot of people bring in, especially people who've been trading for, we get guys who've been trading for like, close to a decade already. And so like, I'm like, well, we're doing this. And I'm like, well, I've looked at this before. What about this and this and this? Like the conversations that go on in those private chats are like, they are absolutely invaluable to have somebody who you're sitting in the room with that is going to just give you some real insight. Man, it's just bar none the best time I've ever had in a job for sure. But we open up like cans of worms and those things. It's absolutely phenomenal. And those people who come in who like have no background at all whatsoever, they get to glean from just everything, not just from me, but like all the traders that we've had in here who've like poured their time and effort into this. It's pretty fantastic. So somebody said HCTI. Have you looked at that one
I was
today?
looking at that one earlier.
Oh, it's like
This one is
15% up,
under 10-cent stock, so you're gonna have to buy 1,000 of them.
which is not bad.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
1,000 at 10 cents. Still a
yeah, it's
significant
just
amount of
$100. I mean,
money
if
for
you're,
most.
it's enough to where like that's the great thing about the $100 challenge. Is like you can basically get into whatever stock you want. So if it's like 99 cents, you still have to spend $90 to get in on it, like at minimum. So
Yeah, so with HCTI, if you wanted to play it, you've got resistance at 80, at 8.5 cents, at 9 cents, and at 10 cents. I would really be looking for the 10-cent breakout on this one. But I don't like playing stocks this low. It does have volume, though. It's got enough volume.
yeah, it's got decent volume. Seems like Marvy, whatever you're doing, stop that. Thank you.
Yeah, I played HCTI last week. I don't think it was called out, but it was running pretty crazy. There was like 140 million
So you bought at
volume, 90
0.38. You
million.
got an excellent entry then. You're up a lot of money in that case. If you're in at 0.38 on HCTI, what are you waiting for?
Well, are you still in it? Or are you
Well, that
just
was the previous breakout we had on it. I can see I had a level right here.
yeah, yeah.
I already had a line there, and if you got in at that level, you're up 100%.
He says, "Oh,
Fucking lock in some profits, brother.
wealth abundance is still in it." Yeah, you're up over 100%. I mean, well, yeah, been pretty close. If not, you're right there at it. Look at NQ moving. Hey there. Welcome to the show. Yeah, man, this thing is just ugh. All right. So if I were playing this during market hours, I would have, here's the pullback, obviously higher high pullback right here, which is kind of what we were working with right here. But basically that same kind of style setup that Grant was working with, maybe a little different, but not too far off. And then I would have probably pulled this up to here, which we obviously absolutely just kind of destroyed, and then we pulled this back up to here. So at this point, this is really kind of the range that I'm looking for.
VWAV is flirting with that 450 breakout, but it's risky because it never had any pullback before reaching this level. So it's not a pocket aces setup.
Very nice. Yeah, so I don't know if I would have taken the same exact play that he did, but I will say if it does come back and retest this 23.512 level, I'm gonna be very, very tempted to get in. Actually, I don't know. I think maybe he nailed that. He nailed the freaking hammer the nail on the head. I don't know. I'll have to come in here and look at this. Oh, I'm looking at the 2 minute. I'm like, dang it.
The text service just replied to me. Basically, they're creating a ticket. The chat guy was helping, or that was helping me. He's like, I can't figure it out. I created a ticket with the technical team. We'll email you shortly. Fuckers. I'm so tired of this text service.
It's still probably the best one you've worked with so far.
Yeah, it is the best one I worked with. We did Twilio once upon a time. I can't remember. That was back when I was with Andrew. Andrew handled all that. But I remember that he'd call me screaming on the phone once a day with Twilio. So I know they're not a good alternative. And then there was another one we used. Again, that was when Andrew was handling it. And every day he'd call me with new issues about it. I don't know. This one, the platform's okay, but it seems like every other week we have a text issue. So I'm going to just start switching everyone to WhatsApp.
All right, if you had taken that trade with Grant, you nearly hit a 1-to-1 right now. I'm still kind of waiting for that pullback a little bit. If we get a pullback, I'll probably try to get an entry somewhere close to what he was looking at. Just I'll have my stop loss a little higher than he did, and we'll see. Where that would be a pretty close 2-to-1 at this point. Only about 11 points. That's what I'd be looking for right now. Let's see if we pull back and actually hold this. We are way up here. While we're at it, let's just go ahead and let's take a look at. Let's take a look at. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, hold on. Where's my price? There it is. Oh jeez, no. No. Okay. All right. I really want it. I mean, I don't want to pull back for Grant's sake, but I also kind of want to pull back so I can get in. Let's go look at SPY QQQ. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to pull up the news. Let's go pull up. I don't think we have a really heavy news day today at all. It really may not get any volatility or much volatility, or at least the volatility should have a TP, TP one at 1R. So you're probably looking at somewhere around. First TP sitting around, what is it? 523.75, right? Yeah, no news today. Quilty Mama, thank you very much. Appreciate you. You're moving a little faster than I am today. It's just super hard to do, but I appreciate you anyway. Stop is at break even. Okay. Let's look at
VWAP did break 450, but it's currently coming back down under that line. I have it mapped out on my screen what the trade would look like if you took it, but again, it wasn't a pocket aces setup, and I didn't take the trade. It's kind of risky because there was no pullback before it broke out. But ultimately, I would have the stop loss just beneath that VWAP. If it's going to bounce anywhere, it'll bounce there. If it doesn't bounce off the VWAP, it's probably coming down to the 21 EMA, which would be a massive 30% loss in that case.
if this
Self
can
is flirting
stay.
with another breakout here. Sorry, go ahead, Phil.
Oh no, you're good. I was why do I have this one? Oh, I've got HCTI pulled up. What was that? What was that ticker symbol? CELC?
Yeah, Selk is flirting with the breakout right now. This is an expensive one, 44.92.
Yeah, man. You have
Typically
that one.
don't play stocks over
20.
really $20 for the breakout
If I can
strategy.
help it.
Even 10 is starting to get iffy, but I do sometimes like the 10 to 20 range. But anything over 20, it just has to move so many dollars to make 15%. But this one's looking okay, and it's running on biotech news, and biotechs have been the flavor of the week, so to speak.
If you had moved your stop loss up, you mean? Sorry, I was looking at Grant's. If your stop loss would have been at 504, yeah, you would have already been in and out of that thing. It's coming right back down to the top of the area, though. I think your entry might be safe. We'll watch it. I'll look for an entry now that we're kind of pulled back into the area. Yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing today. But this week, we've got tomorrow. We've got consumer confidence for July at 10 a.m. It's the first 3-star news we have. And right at the same time, we've got the JOLTS, which is the job openings for. And then tomorrow afternoon, no. Oh, so tomorrow morning, 11:30, we have the Atlanta Fed GDP. And then later that afternoon, we've got the 7-year note auction. Not really anything I'm super worried about. And then Wednesday, we've got the ADP non-farm employment change and the GDP quarter over quarter, which should be pretty interesting. Both of those are 8:30. 10:30, we got crude oil inventories like we do every Wednesday. Sorry, blah, blah, blah. But then we've got the Fed rate interest decision this week. Lucky us. So even though we don't have any...
It's this week?
Yep.
It's usually like the 11th through 13th.
Yeah, I think it's the last week of this month. So FOMC statement comes out at, of course, at 2 p.m. And then 2 p.m. the rate decision comes out with the meeting statements, and then the press conference at 2:30. So go ahead and mark that on your calendars. I'm going to go ahead and say, let's just go live. It's Wednesday afternoon. We watch the FOMC press conference. We usually do that anyway. So probably I'm going to go ahead and open up my Elite calendar and block off that time so that we can go live again Wednesday afternoon here in the Discord. It's about 1:45 p.m. Eastern. Go ahead and figure out what that is, your time. We'll go ahead and jump in. So we'll have about 20 or 15 minutes before the meeting notes come out. We'll be able to watch the market live as the market emotionally reacts to whatever they're saying. The press conference will play all the way through it. We'll record all of it, as long as my computer doesn't do anything stupid. So typically what I'm thinking, everybody's expecting at least a quarter point rate cut at this point, or to hold still. I don't know. I need to go look at the sentiment, but I think at this point, like, everybody goes, hey, it's time for a rate cut. But I don't think Powell really wants one. And so I think at minimum, we're waiting for that, like, hold still. But I think everybody's kind of built this in. If we get anything less than, I think this is the news that they're just waiting for the pullback. Everybody was like, where's that pullback happening? Where's that pullback happening? If we get a rate cut, this is going to be really, really nice. But if we don't get the rate cut, I think that probably this is where everybody's kind of been bulking into the last couple of, last week or so, all-time highs. So we were like 14 brand new all-time highs in a month and a half. I think over the last week, we put in a few more than that, probably sitting close to 20 all-time highs in the last couple of months for NQ and ES collectively. Well, separately even. And so I think that probably it's priced in already. I don't think let's hold here and not do anything else is going to be the good news. That people are waiting for. There is a nice little retest right back into that area. I missed my play, by the way. I'll just paper trade it since I might be chasing it a little bit. But back off
I didn't see
level.
what the economist or anything were saying about it, but my own guess, I was even just telling my buddy that I think that they're going to cut rate this time. I think they're going to do at least 0.25 and possibly 0.5, but I really don't think they're going to do 0.5 because Powell still hates Trump. But after seeing Powell and Trump walk around that building together, I think he's ready, and I think he's undergoing so much pressure from literally everyone around him telling him that he's politically biased. You have to cut fucking rates, you retard. I think he has so many influences that he's going to cut it by 0.25 at least. And I think if he did do a 0.5, which I don't think will happen, but if he did do a 0.5, I think the market is going to have a visceral upward green boner candle reaction.
I think so too. I think we should.
But again, I don't think he's going to do 0.5 because he does still hate Trump. And even when they were walking around the building together, a reporter asked him, "What would you do if your property manager was over budget?" He said, "I'd fucking fire him." At like a jab towards Powell, right next to him.
Jeez.
So I don't think he's doing a 0.5, but I think he has too much pressure to not do the 0.25.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens for sure.
Yeah, he could just keep it flat again and be like, "No, we're still waiting for more data." Like he's been doing for 6 months now.
And the Fed. Yeah, good luck with that. Alexander Hamilton kind of put it in place pretty rock solid. Yeah, if I would have reread this, I think I would have got in here like I did, and then placed my stop loss back right underneath this. I wouldn't have had such a big stop loss, which is why I paper trade, because I'm cutting back and forth, because I ain't paying attention to nothing. Never ratified. I was like, all right, let's freaking go here. What? Dang, what is going on here? If we're going to pull back this hard, I'm kind of expecting, I'm going to expect a little bit of a pump here in about 25 minutes. Why would we push back so hard during the London session if we're going to continue dumping? Yeah, we got a gap to fill, yada, 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 but nice pullback on CTI, someone said. I don't remember which one was CTI. Oh, that's not, I don't have
GTI maybe?
Oh, maybe they just typed CTI. There's that.
Close to each other on the keyboard. I think they meant GTI. Or HCTI.
Maybe. That breakout on Celic or Kellic or whatever it is, CELC.
That one might just be going east all day or east until market open.
Very possible.
Hey guys,
VWAP's
quick
about.
question.
Yeah, what's up?
AIM. What in the world happened to AIM?
AIM?
Where did it come from? AIM.
AIM is running right now. It's already too high for me to. I want to see it pull
Duck.
back now.
Yeah, duck at this point. You're not duck at this point. we want to see duck pull back. No, AIM. Yeah, I mean it just I don't have Weeble pulled up, but you might be able to find some news on it. What's the news on Weeble say?
Yeah, you fucking using Weeble news. Actually, it does have news on this one. It
Nice.
says announced mid-year data from phase 2 trial. So I'm guessing it's good data.
Nice.
Judging by the reaction of the stock. It was only
stuff.
14 people though.
The volumes picked up a lot. Though I would just watch this one and see if it gives you a pullback and see if it averages that 21 EMA a little closer. Because obviously this one right here has just ran just like you were talking about. That was a 300% run, and then it pulled back to only a 170% run. So that was a lot of movement in that 1 5-minute candle. Give it some time to develop a little bit. Give it a nice little pullback, nice little section to get the breakout off of, and then go for it. But I wouldn't.
Another random question. Sorry to cut you, Phil.
No,
Would that be manipulation when that happened so fast? Because I've seen something else like that happen. It ran up 600%. Something was at $8.88, then it went to $1.59. But before we got close to close, it was open. It was at $50.
All right, say that first two. Well, it opened at what time? What price then?
It's got a really low float.
Vape opened up at $8.88. At one point, I think it went to $159, but now it came closer to $50. Would that be manipulation, or how? What was that number?
I mean, some of it probably can be considered manipulation at some point. But here's the deal with a lot of that. I mean, it's just unreasonable expectations. People just jump in. You got a lot of people who jump in on a low float stock. They put lots and lots of demand on the price. They keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and then all of a sudden the guys at the bottom are like, "All right, time to take profits." I mean, we're just kind of sitting there. So in a sense, yeah, manipulation. But on a stock like that actually had news that pushed off, somebody's just going to be the bottom, somebody's going to be the top, which is why we do what we do the way we do it, right? It gives us an opportunity to take advantage of that continued momentum in one direction while keeping stop loss, our stop loss minimal in that process, right? So, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have a company that hops on, and somebody's gonna post something on Twitter, and then everybody's gonna want to buy it, and then you don't have but a certain amount of, stuff to go around, and then that's all it is. Oh, look at there. See, I should have had my stop loss way up here anyway. On that play I took, by the way. It's Monday morning. I need to be a little more careful. I'll get a good play. I'll open up brokerages here in a second and look for an actual play. Duck.
To a fake play?
Wow, yeah, that was. I said it out loud. It was a paper trade because I probably was chasing that one.
What's up, Duck? You moved in yet? You found a place, or are you still homeless?
Dude, he's bought half of Ohio by now, I bet.
He's probably in talks of buying Cedar Point as we speak.
There you go.
Dude, I wonder what that price tag would be. It'd have to be in the billions.
I don't know. Depending on how much money they make. I am curious. That would be kind of curious.
I bet the infrastructure alone's got to be over $1 billion. Even without a profit.
Yeah, lots of equipment.
It's more than one thrill park. Cedar Point owns a bunch of thrill parks in Ohio and everything now, so it would be a big chunk of money.
Yeah, I imagine so.
They bought Kings Island, I don't know, 5-10 years ago or something.
Isn't that
I didn't know that.
That's not in Ohio, is it? or is it?
Kings Island is like 10 minutes from me.
Yeah, same
Grant!
here. Yep, I live up by Xenia.
Oh shit, man! I live in Springboro.
Oh, no shit.
You know,
Yeah, we're real close.
y'all about to have a duck in your
How
backyard
far
too.
is Spring? How far is Springboro from Sandusky?
Hours, about 3 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's about how far I grew up from Sandusky. 3 hours.
Holy crap!
Where'd you grow up?
South Bend, Elkhart, Indiana.
Oh, okay.
I go to
15
Bluffton,
minutes from
Indiana
Notre
about
Dame.
every day.
Not sure if I'm that Canadian, but whenever I hear Sandusky, I just think of
You go where every day?
Fast and the Furious.
I go to Bluffton, Indiana every day.
You said Fluffy,
Just south
Indiana?
of
Bluffton with a
Bluffton.
B.
There's a
Yeah.
Bluffton in Indiana?
Yeah, it's just south of Fort Wayne off Indiana 1.
Oh, I know Fort Wayne. They got a ton of strip clubs. I never heard of Bluffton, Indiana. There's a Bluffton, South Carolina.
There's a warehouse I pull out of every day up there.
How did this get? That's weird.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's still true, but for a long time in the history of our nation, Fort Wayne housed the most strip clubs per capita, like per citizen, and that was like that for I don't know decades. I don't know if that's still true, but
That's weird.
yeah, because it's not a massive population in Fort Wayne, Indiana, but they have like 7 fucking strip clubs.
Jeez.
Sounds like Dayton.
I had Canton, South Canton on my on my list. That's where I stayed for a while.
South Canton, Ohio.
Mm-hmm. Dang, what the crap?
AIM finally pulling back. Looks like the next breakout will be $35 on it. Again, not an ideal breakout candidate. A little pricey.
Is it still here? Yeah. Okay. All right, I want to change up a little bit. 30 minutes. Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's no pocket aces setups today. Unless you're Leslie, queen of scalping.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, okay. So what I should have been looking at here is this nice little higher low W formation. You know, when we broke here, Grant obviously had a really great entry right here. Push back up. I really should have been looking for a hold above this. If I would have actually been sitting here looking, but I'm sitting here also watching this RSI going oversold, 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 and sitting here looking for potential. Like where do we pull back to? Because we got rejected right back up here close to the 70, which hindsight 2020 at this point. The sellers are probably still here. There we go. We just met up with Friday's high, which should give us some buoyancy here. Kind of looking at this. Same thing for ES. There's ES pushing back under right there, closing that gap finally. Boom. So maybe I should have been watching for that, But
Shame.
gaps don't always fill.
They do in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
No touch. Good morning, homeless.
Heard several.
Worcester. Of course, Mike knows where the strip clubs are. We
No,
both
I just heard. I read it in an article somewhere.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
No, actually,
Mike,
that's where my reserve unit was when I left active duty infantry. My reserve unit was in Fort Wayne,
Oh,
Indiana.
I bet you heard
And
all about them then.
Yeah, my
once
type of party.
when I was playing Weekend Warrior and going to Fort Wayne, one weekend a month. I didn't know anybody there, so as soon as we got off work, I went and checked out the local
Kirsten
CRE.
has to go to Fort Wayne. She's on IRR in the reserves, and they have to do like a check-in every year or whatever.
Right, you're 2 weeks.
No, it's just she's basically out of the reserves, but still considered a military member. So they want to like make sure you're alive once a year.
Oh, I got you. It's like,
I didn't have to do that when I was IRR.
Really?
Yeah, it was just you're done. Like you're still like you can be summoned, but I didn't have to do
Right.
anything on inactive ready.
at the ready. Yeah. Not at ease. Yeah, I don't like the way this is kind of pushing down. It's holding underneath the 15-minute 21 EMA. So pushing back down pretty deep right now. Let's see how far we pull back. I really want to see a little bit more of this happen again. I want to see us turn this thing back around, find the bottom, push up, push back down, and make a lower high again. I don't want to just kind of try to catch it because we've got so much sitting here. But at that point, we're going to be under some that 15-minute 150 SMA. I'm not loving it, and I don't want to just play off of an SMA either. That's not how I like to do it. So, ugh, it is what it is at this point. What do I got on this thing? Oh, I was playing around with some stuff last night though. Should be kind of fun. I'll tell you what how that turns out. All right, nice green inside candle.
Keep that to yourself there.
Do what now?
No. Yeah, keep that to yourself that you were playing around with some stuff last night.
Yeah, I don't want to get arrested. Oh, jeez. I gotta go make some more lines on SPY now. We came up right at 640 though. Nice potential bounce right here. Let's see if we can
Early in
get...
the morning, asshole.
Oh wow. Good morning to you too. I don't know how do I...
That was an entrance.
Yeah, that was an entrance. It's like, all right, cool. How do I respond to that? All right, done.
That's how I'm gonna start coming in here. Morning, assholes.
I love it.
I'll stick with the greedy little bastards.
There we go. All right, there's new primary, yeah, 633, man. I called 633 towards the end of the week last week, but man, it scared the crap out of me because I didn't. This will pull back on Tuesday. It really kind of threw me off when it dug back underneath here, but it reclaimed 630 all the way back up to 633, and then on Friday we hopped back over 635, 640, the next obvious choice on the mark. If we can't reclaim 640, 638 is probably going to be where we kind of mess around with. 635 may be the support level if we pull back any further for SPY. Let's go ahead and put some more markers here on. $645. Some goalposts up here for us. Template, secondary, yeah. Dadgummit. Hit the wrong freaking button. Oh, there it is. I don't even have to change it. Yeah. All right, let's see what happens when we get into these levels then. There's a secondary target goal. There's bounce if we can come back and touch it. So we're looking potentially for a bounce here to reclaim that level. If not, then we might reach back down towards 635 sometime today. We'll just kind of keep that on watch. Nice sellers back in the market. You know, that previous candle, inside candle right there on the 5 minute. So not necessarily looking to take anything right now. Again, just kind of floating in the middle. I don't know if I want to flip that up here. Actually, I might. I might flip that right up there. See what happens if we get back up here. If we get back up here. Right now we're in downtrend. Bunch of background noise. I'm just glad you're back, Doug. And Grant actually said something. All right, somebody's talking in the background on mine. Hope you can't hear that. I bet the recording can.
Real quick, I got a question. Somebody's asking me here. So to sell on Webull in the pre-market, right now we're in pre-market hours.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to click sell, and you're gonna have to use a limit order, and you have to have extended hours turned on Webull. And for your time in force, make sure it says GTC good till canceled. Now, in about 8 minutes, market does officially open, and then you can use market orders. But for the next 8 minutes, you have to use a limit order to sell out of that position.
Yep. You can either have the limit order ready, at the ready, or you can have a limit order on the chart already. And if it's good till cancel, it'll bleed right over into market open, and you should be able to drag your limit order on the chart underneath the current price. It's basically anywhere on the chart, and it should fill you in, and it should theoretically be a decent price as long as the volume didn't crap the bed.
Here's an interesting opportunity coming up, but it is market open, so everything's sketchy for the next few minutes. But $1.73 on MJID. Or no, I'm sorry. It changed over here. Ignore that ticker. It's MVIS, Microvision. $1.73.
MVIS.
I would put the stop loss beneath the VWAP on this one, which would give you 10 to 15%, depending where it breaks out.
Are you looking at the 5 minute? You must be looking at like the 1 minute or something.
No, I'm on the 5 minute.
Microvision?
MVIS? Yeah. Microvision.
Let me come look at your chart.
Well, I did $1.73 from a couple days ago. If that's what you're wondering where I got the
yeah. I was like, where did you get the breakout from? I ain't got nothing.
From like 2 days ago.
Nice. I see what you're looking at. Beautiful.
And Impervious, he says, I'm in a cash account, only got $10 in it, so it's not a full share. It should still work the same way.
Yeah. Yep. You should be able to do partials. No biggie. Anything over $1, you should be able to do partials for sure.
Yeah, or if you want to wait 6 minutes, you can click sell to close. He was asking that. So you can do a sell to close market order in 6 minutes when the market opens. And then it'll just instantly sell that position for you.
I heard you. Thank you very much. I was real confused. You guys got to realize I'm real limited funds, laid up in the house, lost my job, and so I just put a little bit of money in a stock, and like $10, and I made a gain, and I could not understand when it started to drop. I couldn't figure out, because I have to buy at market and sell at market. I could not figure out how to pull all of what I had in there out. I didn't understand. I understand a lot about the Webull platform. I'm pretty comprehensive on computer stuff, but this was new, and I could not figure out which tab would just get me out of there with my profit completely.
Right. Yeah.
And I know that sounds silly to you experienced traders, but I literally just got into this Friday, and it's my last Hail Mary to try to
learn a new skill. bring that income in. 100%.
Yeah, so I see on my Turbo Trader down here, it's got a close at market at
Yes.
319, and that's moving. Will that take everything I've got in there out
Not
when
in the
the market?
pre-market. Yeah, once market open,
Right.
yes. But you can also set up, if you go to the sell it bid, I think that's what, buy it, ask, sell it bid. You can go into the options and actually turn your sell it bid to, turn extended hours on inside the options for that. And you can go to percent instead of like a number share or like a price share. And you can actually say 100%. And it'll put a limit order in for everything you own of that stock for the sell. So you can set it up that way too. That way you can use Turbo Trader for the pre-market as well.
You can also
Oh,
use sell it bid, sell it ask to get out.
well, I thought when I was doing fractional shares, I could only do market value.
No.
Are you
Market value is only during market hours.
Right. So that's what I'm looking to do because I'm so inexperienced.
sure?
I hate to bother you guys with that kind of
No,
stuff.
you're not
And
bothering us. This is what we're
That's
here
what
for.
that's what you're here for, dude.
Here to learn, ask questions. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we're happy to help. And I will say it is smart that you started small, no matter how much money you have. Starting with $10 is perfect in the beginning because, like you just saw, you're going to run into issues that you didn't expect. Like, great, you took a great trade, but you didn't know how to get out of it. So it is best that you start with very small dollar amounts. Even if you have tens of thousands of dollars disposable, don't put that much in the market. Start with $10 because you're going to make some mistakes in the beginning, and it's much better if you make those mistakes with a couple of dollars rather than hundreds or thousands of dollars. So it was smart that you started small regardless, and then keep it small. Even if you get to the point where you can invest hundreds and thousands, still start small until you are consistently profitable, where this becomes very easy for you and you've been doing it regularly for a while.
Right.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
you're on the right track though.
you guys, I just goofed off on Friday and had my account open, a Weeble going, and man, I got in on Tesla in the morning and it went up pretty good. Or from what I could see. And so when it started dropping, a couple candles down, man, I got out and I was like, okay, I'd put $10 in and I was able to pull my $10 out, but I didn't know where my profit was or how to pull the whole thing out. And I was like, wait, and then the day was over and I was like, I don't know where that little extra money is. I pulled $10 out, but how did I completely how do I get all of it out?
Right. Right.
And now it's dropped. Of course, you guys see how things go up and down.
Yeah.
What was the stock?
If you go into the sell market or sell bid, you can do the all for the market, or you can when you sell it, sell it ask, buy bid, sell ask, right, something like that. Whichever one it is, like it's you can turn that to 100%, and it should sell whatever is remaining in there completely out.
Let's see if I can do that.
Guys, if you want to get out in a hurry, can you just do cancel all?
Well, I don't know if that works in the pre-market. You can try
It's just going to cancel your order. That's not going to sell your position.
So on Turbo Trader, down at the bottom, it's got overview. It's got a closed market tab there. Does that do it? Will that pull it completely out real quick?
I gotta go.
So that's close at market order, but market orders only work in market hours, which is 1 minute from now.
Right. So in 1 minute from now, if I hit that close at market, that'll bust that out of there too, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the flatten is the flatten orders and positions. That's the one that's like the oh crap. I don't know if that. Oh, this wants me to update. That's the one that will exit all positions and cancel all orders. That flatten button down there, but I don't know how that's set up. I'll have to go into the options and look and see if that would work pre-market or not.
Okay.
I don't think so because mine's grayed out.
Yeah, mine's grayed out too. On
mine is, but I don't have a position, so I didn't know.
But my close at market is highlighted, like it'll let me click it, but I didn't know what to do there.
Yeah, sell bid.
We are in market open now, so you should be able to now.
Hey, ding, ding, ding. Grant also said whoever dude was from Xenia, DM him, private message him. if you get the chance. Dang, nice big
Okay,
push
so that'll
for that.
close my position too. That'll be good, right?
Okay. Well, that was a nice big push up. I was thinking that, like, with this pulling back like that, we should see a pop right at market open. I did say that out loud, by the way.
LDIR.
Here.
Yeah, LIDR.
I'm looking for the break of 571 to $6.
Yeah, I was
571
looking at.
pre-market high, but $6 is going to be obvious resistance there, and you already had a wick get rejected at 590 already anyway. It's only a 4.8% difference between the two, but either way you can play the breakout of either 571, 572, or $6. That's the breakout opportunity I'm looking for there, and this is one I did text for the probably 100 people that received
that
it.
It actually got it.
Shit.
Yeah, if you get in somewhere closer to the 570 level, you'll have about an 8% stop loss. If you get in some a little bit over $6, you can still put it underneath the VWAP until you want to have less than a 15% stop loss. If you get somewhere around like 620 or less, so you know it's man, these penny stocks have just not been very pretty. That pop was worth $750. Freaking duck, freaking killing it.
A couple of you guys are looking at LiDAR. They looked good when I was checking them out.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about with that $570 to $6 breakout.
They got a good free float, only 18 million free float, $100 million market cap.
That's very nice.
I don't know why it's running though. I don't know what the news is. Well, they announced it, filed something about their shares.
All right, what are we doing here, fellas? SPY pushed underneath. SPY and QQQ both underneath their VWAPs at the moment. Pre-market low was just where we are. We're sitting basically on top of pre-market low for both of them. Pushing back up to VWAP right now. That could be retest to try to push lower for the day, especially if we can't get back over 638. I'm really looking for a 638 and 20 cents. If we can close back over that, of course, at that point we'll be back over VWAP for SPY, but also that will kind of give us some clear to go touch 638.60, and then back up to even pre-market high at 639, all the way back up to 639.90, maybe even. Putting us right back up to that 640 range. Should be a big range today, from where we are back up to the pre-market high, basically. It's kind of what I'm looking for SPY. If we do turn back around and start heading back up, if we can't close back above 638.20 or VWAP in that case, I would expect.
Looks like LiDAR just hit pre-market high.
Oh, nice. Now I'm looking for it.
That's what it bounced off. That's what it rejected off of.
It looks like it on TradingView, it like it bounced right off of $6. So just over pre-market, but TradingView has some weird numbers sometimes. But yeah, it's getting rejected into that area, which is why Mike said $6 would be a safer breakout. But that doesn't mean necessarily that you can't risk the 570 breakout.
It did just occur.
It's got about 4 minutes left. No, yeah, sorry, it did just occur. Yes, it did. My bad. I was like, wait a minute, 4 minutes left. That's on the 5-minute candle. Do the math there. Okay. Yes, it did just occur. Nice big push back up off of Friday's high looks like for ES and NQ. Is holding above that 150 15-minute SMA very smoothly right now. I would like to see ES show a little bit more, spunk back off of that balance right there. If it's going to keep going.
Hey, Phil, flip back over to LiDAR. Look at it.
Oh, nice. Okay, here we go. So if you had taken that entry, you would have a really nice tight stop loss around 8 to 9% right there, just underneath that. Actually, probably made a little higher. Love you. Oh, look at
Bye,
that.
babe.
She's gone already. Man, Duck, I've missed you. Thanks for being back around. Yeah, nice. Close open right here. So we've already got, 8 or 9% stop loss. And that's the wrong thing. I didn't mean to grab that. And then we have a nice little push right here. You're pretty close to 1-to-1, not quite there. Here's 8%. Here's 10% back up here around 637. 15% if you're waiting on that, it's going to be closer to that $6.65 range, 64 cents range. Something to kind of watch for there. Nothing else is moving. This is the only one that's moving. So if you want to play a little less risky, you got a 1-for-1 coming up pretty soon. Maybe potentially go ahead and take some profit back out of the market just to even up the playing field a little bit. And then you can leave your stop loss back there and still be profitable, even if it were to pull back the full stop loss if you scale out properly, or if you scale out in that manner. I guess there's a bunch of different ways to really do it for sure. Yeah, it's nice. It's getting a lot of pressure right there. It's that $6 range though. Yeesh.
But just remember, the first 10 minutes of market open are always super dangerous as well. A lot of times you see 1 to 2 candles go up and down 40% within a 5 to 10 minute time frame.
What? Dang, Microvision is just crap in the bed right now. That 172
It's okay. It crapped
breakout
under our
was
breakout, so that made us safe there.
Absolutely. It hit right underneath that breakout level, which did not give us an entry, and then it's doing what it's doing. So it's exactly why we have those breakout levels there. Keep us out of bad plays. And no, stop that, doggies. No barking.
Be back in about 3 minutes.
All right. Looks like SPY does not want to get back over its VWAP right here. Q swung above it, getting some nice little punches in. ES just isn't really having it right now, so. I took off my 15-minute opening range breakout because I was messing with the 30-minute opening range breakout last night. Oh, you can't see either one of them right now anyway because it's not 9:45 yet. That volatility again may just not be there today. Just be cautious with continuation on a day like today with no 3-star news at all, and with the FOMC meeting coming up on Wednesday.
And vision that a lot of trade direction, a lot of valuable things when we talk about rare earth. Serious rare earth.
Somebody's listening to something in the background.
LIDR is at 10%.
Oh, very nice. Very nice push. There we go. Grant says watching for break and retest of 505. 50. Rejected right there at 505.50. Shorted NQ for another 100. Dang. Duck, man. Duck is just killing it over there. I mean, you're already up close to a cool meal this morning. Get great retest of yesterday's high. Yeah, pulling right back down off of this. That RSI, man, just did not swing back up. But this would be a really nice potential retest right here if you wanted to try another long. Long set at 495, 75. So you're looking for Barkley. Go away. It's nice to be back home, but dang. No, all the dogs are back. Okay, so QQQ closing opens underneath the VWAPs. SPY closing up under VWAPs. Grant saying he'll move his long to 490 if this candle closes above the yesterday's high. So for NQ.
I've got a lot of our countries, of our families.
Who's got the? Oh, it's Top Shelf. Top Shelf, will you mute your microphone, please, sir? Thank you. Nice bounce right off of yesterday's high. Push back up again. Nice. Man, I'm gonna have to go get some coffee or something. I'm just not even paying attention.
Your ADD is in full swing.
It is 100%. I've had some ice water. That's it. That's the play I should have taken right there. I'm looking at like 4 different windows at once. Of course, if we can't break back over the top of this, then, well, I mean, there you go. Technically speaking, I probably should be looking for shorts at this point. We keep making lower lows. I should be looking for a retest of that right there. Of course, we haven't even closed this third 5-minute candle at this point. But I think we could probably come back and retest this. And I think that would be pretty amazing. Of course, then I'll be playing against Grant. If we turn this thing back up to the top side, if swing here really should put us back up to that 23,520 level. 520, give or take, maybe 521.25. If we can break back above that, I mean, I think we could definitely come back up and hit this area. 523.55 ish, back up to this zone that I had pulled back out right over here. If we cannot, that was definitely a rejection right off of that 70% ish for the pullback. Push back down, which is about where Duck went short, it looks like. When we get back down this way, bounce right back off the top of here. Let's see if that play would have given me a 2-to-1 at this point. At that point, though, it being within 15 minutes, we got 1 minute till this next 5-minute candle closes. My stop loss would definitely be to break even at this point. If you're in here, then you chased it, and I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have done that. If we continue down, it probably means we cannot get back above this level right here. We need to come back down and take out the 462 level, 462.5. If we can get back down below that, if we cannot take out 505 and we get rejected here, we should be able to push back down into a lower low if we're in a downtrend. And if we can take that back out, I'm looking for 23,436 on the way back down to this other level that I had pulled out from the last several days of trading, last week's trading. So that's kind of what I'm looking for at this point. I'm either looking for a break and retest of this area back down here to go south, or really honestly a break and retest back up to the top right here would be wonderful. There's the 2-to-1. Very nice. Didn't quite I didn't quite get that on the play, but it is what it is. $5 and $6 since open last night. That happens, man. Those days just kick you in the teeth. That's hard. So we did not get that rejection at 505. It looks like we might be going back up here to retest 520. Maybe I look for a short back up here. Maybe I get rid of this level right here. If I do see a short coming, I'll probably need to start looking at the 520 level. That's a nice big push, though. One of those where I'm kicking myself for not taking it.
All right, I am back. I see we are still in profit, but not at take profit yet on LiDAR, and I see the text finally got received.
Tremendous electro
break of 23 520 on to go long for, is what Duck says. Same idea that I was talking about earlier. That 520 level breakthrough. Grant sold 1-to-1 on his longs. So people are taking advantage of the market this morning. This is good.
They now have tremendous climbing. You know the countries.
Oh, nice. Hey, look at their LiDAR, man. LiDAR hit 11.5%. They're not great, but,
And most confident on immigration, staying election. But then
I'm going to close this economic calendar. Because it sucks up so much RAM. It's not even funny. Let me go ahead and mark off Wednesday afternoon.
And like you're tough, we're all tough. But we're going to see what happens. We just concluded our deal with Japan, and it's very good.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Oof.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
All right. I am getting ready to send out a WhatsApp link to everybody on the text list here. Looks like the texts are going through now.
Could have went. Whoa. If you
so are you
cojones,
getting away from those? Are you getting away from WAP and just going on WhatsApp or what?
No, it'll still be through WAP,
is still
and then
WAP,
once you are, WAP is basically just the payment platform. Once you pay on WAP, you'll probably get texted from my same number now, but I'm gonna just start texting everybody a WhatsApp link, I think.
I bet the Italians hate that, don't they? The WAP.
Very possible. Very plausible. Golly, 15 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. I don't know if I can do anything with it. That bottom level is holding absolutely tremendously, though. Shorted NQ for another 650. Golly, Duck. Well, either hit my stop in profit for a second half or pick up more at 515. Nice. Yeah, what a pullback on that one. There you go. Nick's is dropping a history lesson on us. Not have been another 2-to-1 if you would have gotten anywhere in the air again. But I mean, good luck grabbing it. But the play, did technically happen. That turned around quick, didn't it? Jeez. All right, I'm recording now. I might as well just record the whole freaking thing at this point. I still have not been able to really take a play. I just wasn't paying attention when I should have actually taken the first play, which would have been a 25-point move for me. Oh well, or more.
All right, I just texted out the WhatsApp link. Let's see how fucking long this takes to deliver. Yeah, holy shit. You see LiDAR just took a big old dump.
Did it?
It did hit 10% though. So if you got out at 10, you made profit. But if you were holding for 15, you didn't get 15.
Oh, what's it trying to do here?
I was holding for 15.
What is it trying to do here? Oh, NQ just shoved right back up to the top.
I think it halted.
Yeah, LiDAR halted.
Oh, yeah, it halted down. Right below entry. I mean, so you haven't really lost a bunch of money right now, but it is halted just below. If it opens and starts dumping again and you're still in it, it could be kind of bad. But, VWAP's just underneath it. So if you got it in that initial, you could try to put in an order for like four, what is that? Like 5.5 right there, 550. See what happens. Dang, what the heck, man? SPY trying to get back above VWAP. It cannot do it. But it will not close anything. It hasn't closed anything below the 637.20. So it could potentially, try to bounce right here. NQ is absolutely trying to go back up and break even just this pre-market level right here at 568.88, it looks like, give or take. So it does not look like it wants to wait for SPY. SPY's gonna be the deal right here. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, if NQ can't break this level, it's going to reject hard.
Yeah. I'm thinking about how to get in short.
I'll put it at about 510 to 515. Try to catch it on the way down.
Very possible.
But it's kind of bouncing around a lot because of all the trade deals being announced that are all BS.
Tesla's coming back up.
Oh, his text alerts are still having issues. I still haven't received the text I just sent.
I got it.
Oh, this is crazy. You got it? Yeah, I can tell some people did because a bunch of people are pouring into the WhatsApp group already. But I still
I got it too.
So just expect the text to be perfectly functional as of tomorrow via WhatsApp.
Yeah, I didn't get it yet, Mike, either.
Now I just have to go through and manually add 300 people to my WhatsApp contacts.
Yeah.
Hey, Phil, what are you doing the rest of the day?
I know. It sounds like I know what I'm doing. I got a call at 11 and I got a call at 11:50. So if we got to
going through right now, one at a time.
Jeez. All right.
And we got to do what we got to do. Make it easier for everyone.
There you go.
It'll be good, though. I think you guys will like WhatsApp better. So far, I've experienced no issues on WhatsApp, and it's always instant delivery. Even when the texts were running really well, it was always like a 30-second to 2-minute delay.
Depending on where you were on the list.
Instant. So, what'd you say?
Depending on where you were on the list.
Do I know where I was on the list?
No, I said depending on where you were on the list.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So overall, I think it'll be better for everyone. Everything happens for a reason, I believe. This reason was to improve the service for everyone.
All right, we got the first 15 minutes close and open. Wait, what is that? Is that 15 minutes? Like, what? Oh, no. Okay, the 15 minutes, the purple. That's still built. Like, that was the first 15 minutes. We're sitting actually above the first 15-minute open and close. I have noticed that's not a it's not a very good indicator of what's going to happen. It's been really kind of fuzzy. The pink is the 1 hour developing, which won't close until 10:30. So should be pretty interesting.
Still halted on LiDAR.
Dang, really?
Should resume any minute though.
Resume to the downside.
Keep VWAV on watch for a 470 breakout, 470 to 5.
Which one was that?
Yeah, well, it's still not a pocket aces. It had resistance 2 weeks ago, which is semi-recent for me.
So that's why I took it off.
Vision wave?
Yeah, vision wave.
I think ES may find a bounce. I think if we can get back over this 150 SMA on the 15 minute. NQ does not want to go down. NQ's like, screw you.
There's an interesting one. ATYR in a loading zone now from a 680. Oh, never mind. Hold on. That's why I like to zoom out. I call it a. Let me see. Hold on. All right. Look for a $7 breakout on ATYR. Ooh, I do like that. I like that one. $7 breakout. ATYR.
ATYR Pharma. $7 breakout. Sitting at 693. Is that because of previous resistance you don't like the 682? Or is it just because it's too close to 7?
Both.
Yes.
Yeah, literally just both. What is with this one massive wick? Do you see this wick over here on July 23rd? There was a wick that stemmed all the way from 610 to 1293. Just a wick. 112% on a wick. That's crazy. And it was in pre-market at 8:45. That's like not even a typical market open time frame. Interesting.
Yeah, that 510 short would have worked out really well if anybody would have took that all the way back down on that inside of that 5-minute candle. Buyers are here now. I'm not shorting that. That's so weird. What are you doing, Spy? What's up, ES? Like, I don't want to long NQ because look at ES. But I don't want to short NQ because look at the buyers. But we're not moving up real hard in spite of having all those buyers right there at us. But I would like... I would like a break and retest of this level right here, though. If it gave it to me, I'd probably take it. Am I not getting any like really nice, pretty setups today? If for the way I like to play. But
That's that 520 push right there, though.
Yeah, it's trying.
It's trying hard. He got a nice wick out of it, so you know.
There you go. What a fight. Yeah, it's not great looking. Should have, where's my...
Hey, Mike, I got your text.
What?
I just got your text.
You just got it? Yeah, I don't know what's taking
Yeah.
it so long. Whatever.
That's all.
Damn, LIDR just gapped down a hell of a.
What did?
LIDR when it resumed, went way down.
Oh, what is the market doing to us? Man, what the crap?
Damn, that was a big gap down. Well, like I always say, when you see a halt, it usually resumes trading in the direction that it halted. It halted to the downside, and it did resume to the downside. Sometimes it reverses, but immediately following the halt, it usually follows the direction of the halt. In my own personal experience.
Usually because that's the way the momentum was going, and that's why it got halted going that direction. So there's already orders camped out down there. So,
all right, here comes Vision Wave, looking for the 470 breakout on Vision Wave.
And then people go, "Oh shit, it's still falling. I better get out."
Ooh, VWAP good.
Oh, this is the one that had resistance 2 weeks ago, though.
480 VWAP.
Oh, crap. That's why I was like, wait a minute. There we go. All right, that makes more sense. Somehow when I made this indicator last night, it got trapped into only working on Central Time. That makes more sense. And I got tired of messing with it because I was tired. There we go. Yeah, those buyers were trying to like eat this thing up, and like it just could not really close anything over that level right there. Couldn't finish breaking over that little range that I drew out. I didn't love shorting it, you know, still. No, look, NQ's freaking pull it back, and ES is actually making a move up. All right, yeah, this is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not loving this. But we did not find that close below that 20 cent level. You know, push back up to VWAP here if we can get back above VWAP. 638, back over to 638.20, a nice close over there. I'd look for SPY to continue back up and make its way to back up to the pre-market highs that it had. Q's already back above its VWAP, so that wouldn't be difficult as long as SPY could reclaim its throne here. Oh, shoot.
All right, guys, I'm about to hop off here and start getting everybody added to this WhatsApp, get the WhatsApp going so that at least tomorrow it's 100% up and running.
Do you think? I'll let you know when I wrap up because I think I've only got 2 calls this morning, and I've got some paperwork to kind of make sure that I get everybody else on for the rest of the week, and then I can help.
Okay, yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, and then I'll catch you guys later, and I'll keep looking at the market in between too. I'm going to try to get us a banger today. And I see VWAV did just break out. A little riskier because it has recent resistance, but it did technically break out of that 470.
You know what else broke out?
I just haven't seen any pocket aces setups yet. What?
ATYR. I know you said over $7, but if you played the 682 breakout, it's moving. It's just now getting above 7 though, but it's moving pretty hard. So
hopefully those are our winners for the day. But other than that, I'm gonna pop out of here. I'll catch you guys later.
10-4, good sir. Let's see what we get here for the next
Well, the
25.
ATYR, it hasn't confirmed yet, though. Correct? It's just in
No.
breakout.
If you're looking at the $7 breakout, no, technically it has not. I don't tend to. Mike does. Mike's super cautious. I'm not as cautious when it comes to penny stocks. Like I'm like, hey, there's the breakout, 682. Behind, because at this point, like now we've got 21 EMA all the way back down here. Like I would prefer to be able to try to keep my stop loss a little tighter, because now, at this point, this is pushing from this last. So theoretically, the safest thing to do is wait for this to pull back over the top of $7 and play the next breakout. Really, honestly, would be the next best thing to do at this point. Because there's, well, actually, no, that's not so bad. That was only a 6% stop loss to the 21 for the $6.82. So depending on where this closes and opens, that's really going to be the telltale sign at that point. If it closes somewhere close to where it's at right now, it's only going to be like a 10% stop loss. If it keeps pushing, though, for the next 2.5 minutes, we'll have to wait and see. So it's pulling back now to closer to $7, and if it can stay over $7, then it's an 8 or 9% stop loss, which is even better. Maybe a little bigger than that. Maybe you want to pull it back underneath the 21 EMA, but Mike does penny stocks better than I do. So I mean, the safest bet is to go with him. 10% from the breakout that that 682 breakout would be somewhere around 760, which we haven't gotten to yet. So at this point, with the way that it's kind of messing around, you may not even get the confirmation here. You still got 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. So if it wicks all the way back down,
right?
But this is why I don't do penny stocks. Okay. NQ trying to push again. I mean, SPY probably, yep, SPY close and open over its VWAP on SPY. Reclaim that. We're looking for a push up to about 638.20. If we can get over 638 even, obviously. 638.
E-Wave just hit 15%.
Very nice.
So I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
Just for people to know.
Absolutely. I can't look at everything. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Closing open right over 470. Killing it. Man, NQ, what are you freaking doing to me?
Is anyone looking at that tire farmer? It's gone down fast 7.
Which one?
A tire farmer. Is that a good place to enter now?
Actually, we did not get the confirmation. It closed and opened underneath $7. And so if you were looking for that $7 breakout, you did not get confirmation to buy that. No. If you're looking for 682, then yeah, technically you're in it with probably like a 6% stop loss at this point. So if you you got 6% that you can risk and you want to try for it, now's a good time to do it. But if you're waiting on Mike's actual call out at $7, then we just missed it. We closed that last candle at 697. So, and then we opened a cent lower than that. So, So still a little bit of a risky play since we're technically still getting rejected right at that $7 level.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, why is this 5-minute candle taking so long to make? I just realized I was on the 15-minute candles because I'm a dork. Okay. That looks way better. I might have actually taken like a decent entry on that. I kept looking at it going, man, when's this 5-minute candle going to end? This thing's taking forever. We are sitting right back on top of the 15-minute opening range right now, potentially pushing back into it just a little. Nice little bull flag, maybe even forming up on this 30-minute chart. Not looking real great. Still don't have that break and retest of that zone that I really wanted. So at this point, I'm just kind of dead in the water. I think I'm still tired. I don't know what would give me that impression. I might just need to stay out of the market today and trade tomorrow. Maybe I can goof around with some indicators and actually just do some back testing today.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What was it?
Oh. VWAP.
VWAV.
Holy crap. Bye-bye,
Wicked
Miss
up.
Miss American Pie.
Took the Chevy to the levee.
I don't think the levee was dry this time. Very nice bounce right off of VWAP on ATYR. Still holding above that 682. Decent little entry level right here. You know, if you wanted to try to, you know, if you got 6 or 7%, you're willing to stick on the table. Keep stop loss under VWAP.
Got a bunch of sell orders on VWAP, so just be careful. That's what you're getting. That's why you're getting that wick on it.
Ah, that wick just hit 34% though. At the top of that wick though, you should be sitting around 25 to 28% where the price is right now, this very second. So
Push it.
Yeah, so if you've lost 1 or 2 today, that should at least make you break even for the day. It's just that candle just closed and opened. And it looks like it's trying to push for that re-push for that high right there. So I would think about trying to take some profit off the table and maybe leave a runner or two in case it kept running, and then keep your profit safe.
And the buyers coming in on VWAP now. I just see a red candle forming there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice sitting there watching those buyers step in right there on the RSI, but we gotta break back above that. We gotta break back above that 642. 642, 643. As long as we don't really pull back too far at this point, I mean, like 570, is the open of that previous candle. I mean, I would like to see it stay above there. But I mean, anywhere around this 530 level could be support back down here too. Man, LiDAR just absolutely crap the bed. And ATYR is absolutely doing nothing right now. So,
the market is open.
Whoa, what the heck? My computer's like, the market open. Like, yeah, like 45 minutes ago. Thanks for letting me know. Technically, it's a good spot to potentially take a short and keep a very tight stop loss. It's only got a six point stop loss right there, but we are pushing up. So I don't know how strongly you feel about it. But it could be a spot for a good entry to try to reach back down there. We've already reached back down to 405 twice at least already, but that probably that's a pretty decent goal for kind of what we're looking for right now. Let's go look and see what SPY is doing. SPY is finally climbing back over 638 right now. Like I said, I think we need to close and open some candles over 638.20 to really see a decent upside right here. So 638 could be the rejection that the market's looking for right here to kind of push this thing back down just a little bit. There we go. All right. Nice. I was finally paying attention for once. Oh, come on, then. Now we're being slow. So far, the 30-minute range and the 1 hour range seem to be pretty close to each other. 1 hour range just barely kind of peeking out of there. Coming right back down to the 15-minute range, sitting up back on top of it again. So we kind of break back down through that to get to where we were. Should be pretty close to hitting 2-to-1 again. Right down at this 505 level. Are we going to do it? Oof, not quite. Not yet, anyway. Move stop loss to break even, if nothing else. Okay, so this is a swing back up to shoot for the stars. Nice little bull flag happening right underneath 638 right here on SPY. It looks like it's bouncing around for VWAP right here on QQQ. Today's high. All right, there we go. If it does pull back here, looking for a higher low potential, either we're ranging in between these two levels, or we could be looking for a higher low somewhere back close to where we got right here. Honestly, it could have just swung right back down in here. And now we're pushing again. I'm at this point looking for either continued rejection. There's 2-to-1. There we go. Boom, boom, shalakala. Nice little play. Just taking some points out of the market. Nothing to see here. Ooh, all right. If SPY gets absolutely rejected, SPY needs to. Oh, NQ's back underneath this VWAP. NQ's being sloppy. You know what's new. ES SPY, it needs to get back underneath its VWAP right here. If SPY can get back underneath its VWAP, that could be just rejection. More downside for us. Well, all right, I think I'll take my whole position out right there. How about that? Cool. No, flatten off. Thank you very much. I'll take that. So that was a nice little play. Hope you took that along with me. Oh. Nice bounce. Again, we maybe this is maybe where we stuck. You know, it's a Monday. No, it's a no news Monday. 2 days before the FOMC meeting. Notes and interest rate decision. Probably at this point, markets got built in what it wants to see. We've got some 3-star news tomorrow to be kind of looking out for. We'll kind of hop in tomorrow morning and kind of walk through some of that. But I'm probably just gonna end that day on a high note. I mean, you can't get much better than freaking zone to zone. So I mean, you're welcome. I don't know. So if you're playing futures along with me, congratulations. That's a nice play. I'm gonna kind of leave that there. That was a potential 55-point move there, give or take. Or if nothing else, you know, somewhere between the 30s and 40s. So good job.
Hell yeah. Good call.
Thanks. Duck called that break back down to the downside over here, or that 510. That was a nice little push back down on this candle. That was fun. But any of these plays, even though these were riskier right at market open, they would have played out. Any of the plays that we played off of here, unless you didn't take profit here, or you know, if you just happened to get in at the wrong time, maybe you got wicked out like right here on this one little play. But several plays you could have taken advantage of this morning. That is a big wick back up to the top side. Hold on, let me see this thing. Look at that. Both of them push back above VWAP, QQQ, and SPY. So that makes me want to think the buyers are not really done yet. So we'll see. At this point, though, like as far as like touching any other plays, maybe I go long if we get back down here. But really, like, I don't think I want to take a play until we break out of this area. I don't feel very comfortable at this moment playing inside of this zone. You know, I don't want to go long here, short here. I want us to break above and push off, or I want us to break below and push down. I think that's what I'm looking for the rest of the day. So that's my plan. I can't guarantee I'll stick to it. But that's my idea anyway. I may goof around with some things and play around with some others, but that's what we're looking for. So, if you need levels, these played very well. Watch for the break and retest of these later in the coming day. Yep. Oh yeah. Look at those. 4-hour key level right at Yeah, it looks like he's got basically the same top level as I do. Maybe his is a little tighter, actually. It looks like his might be sitting just right inside of the wicks right here, covering the top of those candles, looking for a break and retest or a retest of that level right there. He's got a nice big 4-hour level kind of back underneath where we were hitting this morning already, really close to my trend line. So I think Grant and I are probably still looking for very similar positions right here. So even if we wick underneath here, maybe I'll watch for a retest to kind of push back up. If we push underneath it and push back up and retest again, then I think at that point maybe I'd take a long just because of where this is. Maybe I don't take a short off at this level is what I'm saying, just because of kind of where we're at. Unless we consolidate underneath it and bounce and get reject off the level and break underneath my trend line at the same time. But he's got some pretty strong levels sitting right here at the bottom of these. So any of those levels right there, he's got that level right here. Let's see if we put them on a chart. Get a good idea what we're looking for. Looks like we're right there at the top of that candle. Looks like we're right here at the bottom of that wick, which is right at the top of my level. So and it looks like we could be back down here, which is at the bottom of my level. So I mean, either way, you're basically looking at the same style setups. Maybe some pushback underneath here, break and retest off of this. Nice rejection off of this level again. That's what I'm saying. I think we may be stuck. What I would watch today if you're really good at trading that range and like 87% of all range breakouts fail. But that doesn't mean that the fourth or fifth time we try for this breakout that we don't come back up into here and then push a wick right back down into the inside of it. So just be cautious with it. We're kind of into the day a little bit. We got about 3 more minutes until the 1 hour block hits, but it looks like I think we're pretty much stuck where we are. Like, unless we just push something really hard one way or another, this is the 1 hour range still. 1 hour. Here's the 15. Here's the 30 minute. Right back over that where that 1 hour is. And so here we be. Well, which one? Oh yeah, look, a V-wave. Yeah, V-wave, V-wave. Very nice push right there. We held right above the top of this candle. That's a potential 53% move inside of that box right there. So obviously we don't expect you to walk away with 53%. If you did, I mean, you're either better than anybody else I've ever met, or you're really lucky. If you did, then take it. That's fantastic. If not, then yeah, you still had plenty of time to take some gains in this one, or to leave a runner. If you took some gains around that 30% and you left some shares in here, you're in. You can take your stop loss at this point. I would stick it right underneath this structure right here, or even maybe kind of back underneath this candle if you want to be aggressive about it. If you're very comfortable with the position that you left, you can always just leave your stop loss back underneath right here at entry at this point, or leave it underneath the 13 or the 9 EMA if you have either of those on your chart. So either one of those is perfectly okay. And as the day develops and you have some nice bigger swings, if V-wave is going to continue up, by the time we get it closer to lunchtime, this 21 EMA should be well within your profit range if you want to leave it way back down there. Just to kind of see where it goes. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially if you went ahead and took some profit. We are getting a little bit of a bearish divergence right here, which is, higher highs in the price range, lower highs in the RSI itself. It does look like it pretty much really like reset itself when it pulled back down into the RSI zone levels. So that may be the reset. But even on the shorter term, here's potentially more bullish or bearish divergence even right here after this reset dip right here. So peak right here where the RSI is, higher peak right here with a lower high on that RSI. So keep an eye on that. Make sure that you're not someone else's liquidity. Don't let a green trade go red, especially if you haven't taken any profits. Lord, what are you waiting for? But I mean, that's fine. Do what you want to do. We're not financial advisors. You can do whatever the crap you want to do. So, at this point though, like if you haven't taken at least some profits, I mean, you're sitting 40% up from where we started. So, take this as your sign. I would love to see us hold back above this. That's great. Here's your 1421. You've got that would put you, your remaining shares at, about 8% in the profit right now, and keep them relatively safe, as far as like movement goes, leaving it wide open. If you're going to leave runners, leave the runners, see what happens. That's what they're there for. Everybody's like, Philip, how do I catch those 200, 300, 1500% movers? Well, you're in the good plays so that you can afford to play risky with anything you have left over. And so this is what you do. It's a crappy day. There's nothing else really moving or anything right now. So if you want to be on those trades, you have to learn how to take advantage of the market when it gives you a really good setup so that you can afford to play risky. Right. So like if you took a great majority of the shares that you had on this one, you probably more than made up for any loss you had this morning, and whatever's left over, you can't lose money on because it's just profit that's left over. So anything you have in here, if you want to get stopped out for like 8%, it is what it is. But that's the price of trying to play risky and holding for these longer plays. So, but that puts you in a really good position there for sure. Sucks that some of these plays just did not work out very well. And the week before last, we had a freaking 99% win rate. So with a 70% win rate, 70 to 75% win rate, you can expect to have, a week or maybe a week and a half, especially leading into FOMC where things get a little dicey. That's just part of the game. You got to stick with it though. This is why we tell you not to over leverage, because you have to be able to hold through those drawdowns where things just get a little dicey sometimes, and that's okay. Does anybody have any other questions? It's 10:30. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this recording up because this is going to be out at 2 today. Golly. This dude freaking killing it. Nobody has questions?
No, sir.
All right. Well, cool then. Hey, who's talking to me, by the way? Is that Gigi?
My name's Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. What's your name on here? I can't see your name.
Whammer.
Oh, that's right. Okay. You were way down at the bottom. I was like, I know that voice sounds familiar, but I can't. Cool beans, man. I appreciate the conversation. Anybody else who wants to jump in on these conversations or ask questions or add anything to the conversation, always feel free to do that. Just we don't want to hear your dishes clanking in the background. So, let's do this. And I got to get ready for the day. And apparently we got a lot of phone numbers to move over. So I guess I'm not booking anything else for the rest of the afternoon, but I'll get calendar links out for everybody else. And we'll get together this week and get it rolling again. So we'll talk to everybody later. Peace out.
Have a good one, man.
You too.